Hello everybody, today we are in the Jimbocho area, which is famous for its vintage and used antique bookshops. And we're first going to go to Yamada Shoten. Shoten means bookstore, by the way. What I like about Yamada Shoten is they don't just handle the ukiyo-e prints, the Edo-style prints. They also have contemporary and various other types as well. So it's also a good place to go and look at their exhibitions. They have a gallery upstairs, and of course you can purchase everything that's there as well. The reason these ones outside are so inexpensive is that they'll be mass reproduction ones. So this is just a little bit of fun for your wall, nothing expensive, nothing valuable. You might make nice gifts though. That's a lovely composition there, I like that. And that's a matsuri or festival scene. That's a pretty one too. So let's go inside the shop now and have a quick look around the first floor. And down here we have a whole bunch of hokusai prints. These are still inexpensive ones. You can see that one says damage on it, so that's brought the price down. Usually, if they're Edo or Meiji era prints, it's gonna set you back about $200 to $600 US. So yes, is that what I think it is? It is a boob, isn't it? It's in a really weird spot though. I've never known boobs that high. Just panning across the shop, and there's some modern prints, Marilyn Monroe. And here we have the postcard section. These are probably printed in 1970s or something like that, quite old. The artist is Hiratsuka Uniichi, known for Sosaku Hanga, creative style hanga. And this will be from Hokusai's 36 Views of Mount Fuji selection. Some more prints over here. By the way, hanga means print and mokuhanga means woodblock print. And here are some mokuhanga, original woodblock prints. So these are gendai, which means modern or contemporary hanga. Let's have a closer look there. You can see the detail. So these artists, actually, not all of them are here anymore. Even if it's contemporary, it doesn't mean current. So I am going to pick a few of these up. Across the road from Yamada Shoten is Issei-do Shoten. It's a really old building built in 1932. I just love the facade. So let's cross the road and have a look at it from the outside. It's pretty marvelous. All the books stacked all the way up like that. That kind of made me laugh. Nature calls. So the first floor has academic journals, books on religion, the performing arts, politics, etc. And the second floor has Western antique books and maps. And across the road, that is what Yamada Shoten looks like, a very slim building. We're now going to head towards Moto Tsuruya Yofukuten, which is a kind of miscellaneous goods shop from the Showa period. But en route, you can see they're selling more prints outside like this. So yeah, you can check those out. And there's also other things like kokeshi. Here you can see there's some kokeshi and some brushes for calligraphy. And depending on the day and the weather, and if there's an event, different things happen along the street. But often they have all these like artwork outside as well, which is pretty cool. I really like this one that we're going to see in a moment. I don't know why I didn't buy it, but it's this hanga here, this mokuhanga, the black one with the temple, seeing through the temple gate. Pretty nice, right? Okay, here we now are at Tsuruya. So if you've been watching any of my videos featuring flea markets and antique markets, you're probably gauging the price of things there. So now you'll be able to see the cost of things at regular retail prices. This section here, this is new. That's not from the Showa period. They've mixed some of that in, but I like it. It's pretty funky. And yes, this is how tiny our apartments can be here in Tokyo. And these are some very old matchboxes. That one is for a hotel. I like the design on that. And this one would be for a restaurant. Such simple forms of advertising back then. And this is also for a restaurant. It said noodles and donburi. Moto Tsuruya Yofukuten is only open Friday, Saturday, Sundays from 2 till 6 p.m. So it's a small window. It's a tiny shop, but I hope you can visit it because it's super cute. Hello, Han Solo. So I went into a cafe for a little bit of a break, and I wanted to show you the catalog from Yamada Shoten from the third floor gallery. I went to see this exhibition, and most of these things were already sold out, but still, available to view. So some of them are Sosaku creative hanga, some of them are contemporary hanga. Actually, on the other floor, there was some shin hanga, new hanga. I might do an explanation at the end of the video of the 4 categories. At least the 4 usual categories we refer to when we talk about woodblock printing. By the way, if you notice my nail polish color changing, it's because I came here on 3 different visits to make this video. Right, we're back outside now and we're going down Kanda Suzuran Street. And again, lots of woodblock prints, lots of ukiyo-e. Honestly, there's so much of it, you're bound to find something you like here. Some of the antique markets will have ukiyo-e prints, and the more expensive kind, the older prints too. But if you want variety, you can come to Jimbocho. That is a paperback cafe. And then we have a shop dedicated to magazines. It says Zinbocho on there, playing with words. And yeah, old magazines here. And now we're gonna go across the street from here to Bohemians Guild. Bohemians Guild also has a tiny ukiyo-e section, but everything else, they focus on art books. And now we've gone back across the street to Bunpo-do, which is an art supplies store, again with a long history. And we'll go inside. It's got some kitsch things in the window. I love this artist, Kato Teruhide. I actually have an original print by him. I'm so lucky to find that thrifting. Here are some ukiyo-e postcards if you want to send some home. In fact, this whole place is like postcard paradise. There are so many, not just Japanese artist ones. I'm going to pick up that Kato Teruhide one because I love it. This is the Shin Hanga, new hanga artist Kawase Hasui. He's very famous for this blue. They even say Hasui blue. You can see his name there on the left. I love all the blues, but he also did a lot of snow scenes. So you can see in this one, it's in Ikegami Honmonji, which is a temple quite close to my home. I really liked the rain on this one. Can you see it there? He was also famous for doing scenes with usually women in the snow and holding like a traditional Japanese umbrella. They actually have a school or a workshop upstairs, and so they were exhibiting the students' work here. You can actually buy these. Should you need any tools for printing or making woodblock prints, there's an abundance of tools here, as you can see. I didn't realize how large the tips got. See that one there, it says 21 millimeters, so much wider than I expected. All the different colored inks. Actually, Bunpodo were the first company to produce their own oil paints in Japan, so pretty interesting. So some of these are not woodblock prints. That one is, I believe, a silk screen print. And we also have, that's a woodblock print, and this one here is a copper plate one here. Yeah, copper plate, dobanga we call it, dobanga. We're back outside, and this is Oya Shobo. We're not allowed to video inside, so let's have a look at the window display. This is where you want to come to for anything that was published in the Edo period. So the prices are going to go up, but it's going to be like you've slipped back in time when you go in there. They have ukiyo-e prints by all the great masters. They have books of all genres published from the Edo period, within the Edo period. They have old maps. So look at the sign here. It's got the Hokusai wave, and then Hara Shobo down the road too. It was closed this day, but that also has old ukiyo-e prints back from the Edo period and the Meiji period. It's next to this bookshop, so you can't miss it. If you see this bookshop, it's next door. We're now outside Vintage Jimbocho, and they focus on movies, theaters, music, sports, fashion, some adult stuff as well. They have posters, pamphlets, books, things like that. So they also have a second floor. I think that's where the naughty stuff is, actually. There's also the book hotel. They have a manga floor on the 12th floor, as you can see here. Interesting. And then I wanted to show you inside Kitazawa bookstore upstairs on the second floor here, but it was closed off today, so please have a look when you have time and you're visiting Jimbocho. They have lots of rare English language books, mainly from the US and England. And now for the final shop of today. This is Yamagataya Kamiten, which is a Japanese washi paper store. Actually, they have all kinds of paper. I love this place. I hope you love it too. Okay, here's what I picked up from the first shop that we went to, Yamada Shoten. These are mainly contemporary. I'll include the artist names just in case they're of interest for you. This one in the top right corner is by Yasushi Omoto from Hokkaido, who was a student of Fumio Kitaoka. Interesting, they had the same subject matter here. And then down here, this is also by Omoto. And we have up here Takumi Ito from Miyagi Prefecture. He focuses on Matsuri and Minge images, and he teaches woodblock printing at Waseda University. And next, we have this from Kieko Tsurusawa from Hokkaido. Sorry, I had it upside down. You can see her mark in the corner there. And then we have these two pieces from the artist Taku Harada. He's from Akita Prefecture. I like this one on the right first because of the trees in the foreground. He's well known for his landscapes, village scenes, and also flowers. Another one here by Fumio Kitaoka. He marks his works with his initials FK. We saw this before, beautiful sakura tree. So basically, I think these were most likely printed for calendars and would have been the print on the left and the name of the artist down here on the right, and then the days of the month above. These would look great on gallery walls dispersed around or behind some folk craft like this, I think. And now on to super contemporary artist Narumi Katsuragawa. She's from Gifu Prefecture, and much of her prints are in black and white and of scenes you'd see in the city. I like the angle and perspective she's given to this one here. It's only 500 yen. Her name is up there as well. Takao Sano is from Ishikawa Prefecture, and again, very contemporary. Not my usual colors, but I had to get this as it's of the old Harajuku Station, a wooden building with a mock Tudor facade. This modernized in 2020, so sayonara to our childhood memories, so I had to pick this up as a piece of history. And this vintage postcard is of a print by Unichi Hiratsuka, who's well known for the Sosaku creative hanga style. Actually, I'm really lucky I have thrifted a piece here. And this is from 1953. And he started doing the nudie stuff once he moved to the US in the 60s. So this is actually a book I picked up at the Bohemians Guild. This is another Sosaku hanga artist, part of the Minge movement too. He's called Shiko Munakata from Aomori Prefecture. Look how thick his glasses were. He was pretty much near blind as the years went by, and there are photos of him where he brought his face almost into contact with the wood as he carved. He had a really distinctive style, as you can see from this book, mainly Buddhist imagery or themes from his native Aomori Prefecture. I actually picked up a print from Oedo Antique Market the other week. It was only 400 yen because, again, it's from a calendar. You can see from the other side, if you flip it over, they're 1978. And this one is specifically for February. I love it. I think it looked really nice with like a cream matting and a black frame. And this postcard is of a print of contemporary artist Teruhide Kato, or Hide Kato, and he's from Kyoto. And the name Unsodo on the back there, that's a famous Kyoto-based publishers who still publish woodblock printed books. And finally, this is a Shinhanga artist, Hasui Kawase. If you do ever get the chance to go see his actual original prints, if there's an exhibition, please go because his work is absolutely stunning. Nice embossing on the envelope from paper shop Yamagata Yakamiten. And so we got these things here. Remember the kabuto or warrior's helmet? The gold paper is so nice. This is made in Kyoto. And check out the shine in that. Very nice. And then there's this handmade postcard, and the phrase is so great. It's like something like, only good things are happening for me, so thank you, kind of message written on there. And this is likely to be one of the shop's original products because that stamp, I recognize it from one of the Mount Fuji postcards. And that's the shop owner's design for sure. This is what I was talking about, the Mount Fuji postcards. These, they would have made by cutting pieces of washi paper or tearing it, and then they photograph and print them to make multiple postcards. So the price is 200 yen, that says plus tax, so 220 yen. I got this one because I like the sakura, it's cherry blossom season right now. And then if you look down here, there's the stamps that I was talking about. This one here on the left is the same as the cat one that we just saw. It says asobu to mean playfulness. And this is shiawase to mean happiness or good luck. I love the blue on this one. There were so many though. And so they brought a little stool for me to sit on. I think I'll have to go back because it was almost closing time. They also have the title of each postcard, Sakuramai there, which means falling cherry blossoms. And look, they were featured in the Chiyoda Award omiyage or souvenir brochure. You recognize any of the Mount Fuji postcards? I think we checked that one out for sure. And it says here they were founded in 1879. They were super nice in that shop, and I only showed a tiny bit of it. So it's a tiny premises, but I hope you can go visit. Now I'm going to do a mega quick 3-minute rundown on the 4 most known types of Japanese woodblock printing. I want to demonstrate using, first of all, this print from the 1950s of a ukiyo-e print. Ukiyo-e means pictures of a fleeting or transient world. Literal translation of ukiyo is floating world, and e means picture. And ukiyo was developed in the Edo period, so 1603 to 1868, and they were mainly pictures of beautiful women or warriors or portraying some social satire. And it took 3 craftsmen to create one piece. There'd be an artist who would draw it, and then there would be a horishi, who was the carver or engraver, and then the surishi, the printer. And the publisher, number 4, was also of very vital importance. So we have to remember for ukiyo-e, there were 3 people involved in the creative process. Now we go into Shinhanga, or literally translated as new prints. This was kind of like the revival of ukiyo-e in the early to mid 1900s. They kept the same methodology of division of labor between artist, carver, and printer, and then they would also have a publisher who would often dictate the theme of the commissions too. And also at this point, the focus on woodblock prints changed to appreciating it as simply works of art. Next category is sosakuhanga, meaning creative prints, which was also conceived around early 20th century. And the difference here was that the artist was the sole creator, so self-drawn, self-carved, self-printed, and it allowed them a lot more of freedom of expression compared to the ukiyo-e and Shinhanga artists. But they did sometimes cross over. Sometimes Shinhanga artists did do some sosakuhanga too. And some sosakuhanga artists did commission carvers. And the final category is gendai hanga, or contemporary prints, which dates from around 1950s until present day. But there was some crossover because, for example, Fumio Kitaoka learned from Unichi Hiratsuka, so he's been influenced by sosaku as well. So let's do a quick recap. So we first have ukiyo-e, And then we have Shin Hanga, and then we have Sosaku Hanga. Sometimes it crosses over a bit. Then we have Gendai Hanga. Again, that can sometimes cross over too. But that was a real speedy rundown. Well, thank you so much for coming along with me for a little look around Jimbocho, and hope to see you again soon. Thank you. Bye.